Picture Hogwarts, the magical castle we all know and love, nestled in the Highlands of Scotland. Now imagine that it needs supplies, magical ingredients, books, wands, and so forth. But there are only two ways to get these supplies in: through the Floo Network, which we'll liken to a gateway endpoint, and the Room of Requirement, which will serve as our interface endpoint. The Floo Network, or gateway endpoint, is a free system of magical fireplaces that link specific locations. Imagine these locations as AWS services such as DynamoDB or S3. To use the Floo Network, you simply toss in some Floo powder, akin to a prefix list in your route table, and call out your desired destination. However, this network is not without its limitations. It only connects to specific locations like Diagon Alley, and it does not work from outside Hogwarts. Moreover, it doesn't allow you to control who can use it. Now, picture the Room of Requirement, our interface endpoint. This is a customizable room that appears when you truly need it. It allows you to create a magical doorway, much like an elastic network interface, ENI, to connect to any magical shop, or in our analogy, almost any AWS service. The Room of Requirement offers flexibility, allowing connections to a multitude of services. It provides security, enabling you to control who can access the doorway, and it even works from outside Hogwarts, connecting to other AWS regions. But remember, this room requires magic, which in our analogy translates to data transfer charges. So why do both the Floo Network and the Room of Requirement exist? Well, imagine the Floo Network as a free school bus. It's convenient for common destinations, but lacks flexibility. On the other hand, the Room of Requirement is like a private carriage. It offers flexibility and security, but comes with a cost. Deciding between the two depends on your needs. If you're within Hogwarts and need basic supplies from Diagon Alley, the Floo Network is perfect. But if you require a wider variety of supplies, want control over access, or need to connect from outside Hogwarts, the Room of Requirement is the better option, despite its cost. Consider this scenario. Professor Flitwick needs ingredients from Diagon Alley and books from Flourish and Blots. He can use the Floo Network for the ingredients and a custom doorway in the Room of Requirement to connect to his books securely. Remember, both the Floo Network and Room of Requirement keep the data within the castle walls, much like how data stays within a VPC. The Floo Network uses predefined routes, while the Room of Requirement allows for custom connections. And while the Floo Network is free, the Room of Requirement incurs data transfer charges. To sum it up, both AWS Gateway VPC endpoints and AWS VPC interface endpoints have their uses. They each offer unique advantages depending on your requirements for flexibility, security, cost, and supported services. Choose the one that best meets your needs, whether it's a quick trip to Diagon Alley or a personalized shopping spree through the magical shops. Just like at Hogwarts, the right choice will ensure you have all the supplies you need for a successful magical journey.